Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to episode 36 of Ball Don't Lie, the final number of Shaquille O'Neal's career in the NBA. You know who he wore it with, Starkey?
I believe it was it wasn't the Heat, was it?
It was not the Heat. The Heat were team number 3 for Mr. Shaq.
Okay. Was it the Celtics?
It was the Celtics.
Thank
I'm
you,
your
sir.
host, Jared, with my lovely host, as always, Dalton Starkey.
What's up, everyone?
Starkey, I was going to wait, but I'm going to go ahead and unveil my gift.
Let's do it.
Folks, I've had this sitting in a package forever. For those who are not watching the YouTube show, you really should. But it's a Cowboys flag. And for those who don't know, the Cowboys beat the Rams. And Starkey has this pissed off look on his face. You know how like Olympians wear their country's flags on them? I think I'm gonna wear the Cowboy flag on me on this whole show. Just throwing it out, just so everybody knows. Cooper Rush, baby. Hey man,
For those of y'all who don't know,
I think they know you're a Rams fan.
Oh no! Yesterday, Jared and I were texting about this very game. Granted, I called that the Cowboys were going to win this game.
I did not.
And I said, "You're going to be insufferable tomorrow night, aren't you?" No, man, I'm not like other Cowboys fans. I'm going to be all right.
Am I not allowed to wear my team's flag? My country's flag? This is America's team. How dare you get pissed off?
Not anymore.
Listen, man, don't be mad because our quarterback is better than your quarterback.
Okay.
We only paid $3 million for our quarterback. Y'all paid $36 million for your quarterback.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I think we have a pretty good show tonight for you folks. A lot happened over the weekend. NFL world is starting to make sense now, I think. Not really, but college football, another exciting week, a lot of heartbreak. God, my birthday weekend started off terribly. It started off terribly. Here we are sitting at dinner on Friday night, eating mugshots, eating a little burger action on. And Memphis is just blowing the brakes off Houston.
Yeah.
And me and my dad are like, okay. And you can just see the Houston fans are just in disbelief about this. Well, and you literally see the AD of Houston just getting ready to meet Dana Holgerson at the tunnel and say, "Hey, Dana, we appreciate you, boss. It's time for you to get gone." Well, and then the fourth quarter happened. Memphis had per ESPN's FBI win projections, Memphis had a 99.9% chance to win that. I'm sorry, folks. It was a 99.7% chance to win that game.
I don't claim to be a mathematician, but that seems like pretty good odds to me.
I mean, he had a 0.3% chance to lose. Ryan Silverfield, you suck. You suck. Terrible play calling. Terrible defense. Just terrible everything. And it's not even Seth Hennigan's fault. People are like, "Oh, it's Seth Hennigan." No, it's not Seth Hennigan. Listen, you couldn't run the ball all game on him. Why start in the fourth? I get it. You have a big lead. Run the clock out. But then when the Magic, they started getting in a groove, you're still running the dang ball.
Yeah.
And then you had, I think it was a 2-touchdown lead. And people are saying, "Oh, Memphis' final touchdown." They're like, Memphis should have gone for 2.
Yep.
I don't think they should have kicked
it. I've heard a lot of people say that.
I don't think kicking it, going for 2, made a big difference. Because Houston was going to do whatever you did. But here's the thing. Memphis should have won the game. That final drive, it's on the defense.
Yeah.
Your defense, granted, your offense sputtered. But you mean to tell me your offense gets 20-something plus points in a game? What was the final score? What was the final score?
Give me just a second.
But
I believe it was 24-22.
But you mean to tell me you have a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter. All you need is a couple stops. I could care less.
33-32.
33-32. I could care less if Memphis scored another touchdown. You have a 20-point lead. You've been playing great defense all day. You fell apart. Terrible tackling. Terrible angles on the. You had the quarterback in on 4th and 12.
Yeah.
He got 15 yards. He broke 4 tackles. And then you had the icing on the cake. Overthrown ball. Literally. Alligator arms.
Yep.
The defensive back alligator arms. And then right there, I remember sitting in my recliner watching. I was like, and this is where Memphis is going to lose. Folks, Memphis still had a 2-touchdown lead with 90 seconds left.
Yep.
90 seconds left. And then that happened. And then they score. You're like, okay. Onside kick. They got to get it. We're good.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, that's what most people are thinking.
Ryan Silverfield, what the crap is up with your hands team? Like, you have a big gap. I can drive 3 semi-trucks through.
Yeah.
Any kicker, I could have kicked that onside kick and got it. Bruh. You had a chance to win. You had your big win. You had the city of Memphis. Because here's the thing. It's hard for people to come out to Tiger football games. I don't know why, it just is. But that is your game. You were outscored by 11 points in the second half.
Yeah. There's a phrase I've been hearing over and over again with respect to that game. Coaching to win is not the same as coaching to not lose. Silverfield was coaching to not lose that game, and it did not work for him.
And I never thought he was the hire. Granted, he was the same. I know I'm probably going to get ostracized for this, but he was a safe hire. He was like that Marcus Freeman hire in Notre Dame. Granted, Marcus Freeman's a lot better. Silverfield's been around the block, but he was a safe hire. But here's the thing. Your schedule doesn't get any easier going forward.
No.
You got East Carolina this weekend on the road. They're wearing their throwback jerseys. And then you got Tulane in the membrane. And Tulane's one of the best pass coverage teams in college football. And Memphis, we can't run the ball. And then you got UCF, University of North Alabama. I'm sorry, UCF, which is going to be probably an L. Tulsa, North Carolina, North Alabama, and SMU. So I would say you have 2 wins there for sure in Tulsa and North Alabama. That gets you at 6.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We are in a Memphis program. We shouldn't be begging for 6 wins.
No.
Like, we shouldn't be happy with that. We were at a time we were mad if we didn't win 9 games.
Yeah.
If we won 10 games, we were like, is that all? I think a lot's going to happen this offseason. I could see Ryan getting moved on.
Yeah.
A lot of big names will be available this offseason.
One of which we'll get into later in the show.
Lane Kiffin.
I was going to say from the NFL ranks.
Okay, heard that. But I don't know. Memphis, you have a lot of room. It's just terrible. Terrible. Like, you inherited a great football team. I almost said franchise. It kind of is a franchise a little, but come on, man. All he wants to be like the Tennessee Titans. He just wants to ground and pound you. And guess what?
Yeah.
You're not that. You have a freshman All-American quarterback. I'm telling you, if you don't keep Hennigan here, he's going to go somewhere and he's going to light it up wherever he goes.
Yep, I fully agree. Today's football cannot be. It can be, but you're almost setting yourself up to fail if you play that, like you said, that Fisher ball, ground and pound, great defense type football. That does not work in today's football.
Now, if we had the athletes like we did back in the day with Tony Pollard, Darrell Henderson, all of them, Antonio Gibson, Kenny Gainwell, yes, do it. Guess what? We don't. We don't have an NFL running back in our backfield.
No, not at all.
But we're moving on. The rant's over. Laughing stock of the country on a Friday night game. But hey, that's fine. And then my birthday got even worse. 11 a.m. I knew KJ wasn't going to play. And then you see him take the snaps. You're like, okay. So Cade Fortin, former 4-star, played at UCF, played at North Carolina, transferred from North Carolina to USF, my bad, because he couldn't beat out Sam Howell. Walked on at Arkansas. Well, now we know why he walked on at Arkansas. From what everybody said after the game, the reason why he got the starting nod is because he's a better practice player than Malik Hornsby. He was making the right check down throws, making the right calls at the line. Let me tell you what, man. Malik's a freaking athlete. Granted, he can't read a defense. He cannot read a defense. But you have to respect him on both levels enough, kind of like KJ Jefferson-wise. I don't think Mississippi State is a good team. I don't think they're that great. I think with the fact we're missing 4 defensive, we play a 3. We're either in a 4-2-6 or a 4-2-5. Granted, we're missing 4 out of our starting original defensive backs for the year.
Yeah.
We just moved a true freshman who is 6'3" to cornerback.
Ooh.
Yeah, Samuel Mbake. Hopefully he balls out. They're saying he's a killer in a cornerback, but maybe a Richard Sherman type player. Bumper Pool's playing with a hip injury, and we couldn't get any pass rush. We literally, okay, Mississippi State, we're going to drop 6 back. We're not getting beat deep. I'm fine with that. But here's the thing that separated this Arkansas State game from 2 years ago when we did this. We couldn't tackle. We couldn't fight off the blocks like we did when we beat them in Starkville 2 years ago, the COVID year. I don't know. Something's going on there. Sam's got to get them freaking riled up. Sam said a quote at the end of the game. And then it doesn't get any better that we play the Mormons this week at BYU. Luckily, it's a day game. BYU. So I think we have a fighting shot there. Sam's quote at the press conference was, there's a difference between losing and being a loser. And we're not a bunch of losers because we're going to come back from this. We're going to get better. I just think the fact is,
y'all don't deserve that man, dude. Y'all don't deserve him.
And here's the thing, man. I was talking to my dad with this about lunch today. You just get on. I'm part of like 20 different Arkansas fan groups. I love it. You see people calling for his head. They said, "Hey, Sam Pittman's a great guy, but we got to cut ties with him."
No, absolutely not.
2 years ago, this man won 3 games, and we wanted to put him on the Mount Rushmore of coaches. Yeah. Last year, we won 9 games. He's inheriting a dumpster fire from Chad Morris. Players are actually buying into it and wanting to wear Arkansas across their chest. Granted, we did have a couple plays that set us back last week. You had the opening kickoff that goes out of bounds last week. You fumbled the opening half kickoff and start off. Remember, we were cruising at the end of the first half. I'm like, okay, we're down by 10. We get a score, man. We're back in this. I think it was like 10 or 14, but I'm like, dude, we're back in this. And then AJ Green fumbles the kickoff. I'm like, oh crap! And then you got to punt. Couple plays here and there, poor tackling, poor techniques, and not putting KJ not starting Malik to get go is really what cost us. I think we'll bounce back. You got to think, man, we're playing the toughest schedule in the country for the third straight year. Third.
Yep.
There is no team on our schedule this year that has a losing record. Our FCS school opponent that we played is still number 5 in the country in the FCS.
Oh, wow.
And we barely beat them. Granted, KJ looks a little down this year. I don't know. But it's like I was talking to my dad. I was saying earlier if I got distracted again. Is people want him gone. They're wanting Kendall Briles gone. I have a love-hate relationship with Kendall Briles. And they want Barry Odom gone, which makes no sense. I don't want Barry gone because why are these big name colleges keep coming after Barry every single year to be the DC there?
Because he's a good DC.
Yes, he's a great DC. You're injury riddled. That's fine. But granted, you play in the SEC, you're supposed to next man up, supposed to step in. We're very young this year. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I was telling my dad, I was like, the same thing's going to happen in basketball this year. The second we lose 2 games or lose the first game, you know what they're going to be saying? Fire Muss.
We want Muss gone.
Yeah, we want Muss gone. Granted, folks, I know, Jared, you just said this about Silverfield. There's a big freaking difference between Pittman and Silverfield. Pittman is taking a crap program and building it up. Silverfield is taking a great program and taking it down. So State's a good team. I don't know. I'm ready to see them against a fully healthy, good, great team. I'm ready to see something. Let's jump into Tennessee. Holy crap. I don't like Tennessee, but let me tell you what, man. I do like to see them do good. I have no bad blood.
I don't like Tennessee. I don't like to see them do good.
I will tell you what, the Rocky Top is very catchy to hear. Love or hate it, let me tell you what, a good banjo is amazing. And here's the thing. They were a 3-point favorite.
Yes.
40 Hendon, what is it? Hooker? What is his name? Kendon Hooker? Kendon, yeah, Kendon, I can't think of his first name for a second. Kendon Hooker. That man's going to be in New York come December. If he balls out this weekend.
I was ready to make a prediction Saturday night, and I'm going to caveat it. I'm going to change it up a little bit now. If Bryce Young does not play for Alabama Saturday, if they have to go back to Jalen, is it Milroe?
Yeah, no, he's playing this weekend. You know there's no way Saban's not going to let him play.
I was almost ready to call the upset. Because if you think about it, Alabama could very easily be 4-2 this season. Could very, very easily be 4-2. Had Quinn Ewers not gotten knocked out of the Alabama-Texas game, that's probably a loss for Alabama.
Oh, no, that's not probably. It is a loss.
And if Jimbo Fisher is not the dumbest coach in college football and has one of the worst play calls, if not the worst play call I've ever seen in my life.
But how about we'll get into that one. I want to save your second on that. Save your take on that one because I want to get into that one in a second, okay? But I get where you're going. Right now, it's a 7.5 point spread.
That's interesting.
Me, folks, Starkey will say it afterwards. Bet the house Tennessee money line. I'm confident. I'm feeling it.
I would lay those
Okay.
points for sure. Or take the points. I'm not sure though and go.
When was the last time Tennessee lost to Alabama was 2006. Just like Arkansas, baby. 16 years ago. It's time. Terrence Cody is not out there to block field goals to win the game.
Mount St. Cody.
Gosh, you know he went to jail for dogfighting, by the way? Off record.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he went to jail for dogfighting. He's released, though. But this is your team to beat them.
Yes. If there's ever a year to do it, it is with this year with this
Alabama
team.
is down.
Absolutely.
Tennessee has an all-time high. But you know what's going to happen, though. Saban's going to probably get freaking lucky, or they're going to blow them out by 90.
Yep.
Me, I'm betting the house on Tennessee money line. Money line. Hendon Hooker, you're going. I was wrong on you when I said you were the fourth best SEC quarterback. You are a top 3 quarterback in the SEC. And then they got so many weapons. It did come out late last night that they're starting. I forgot the guy's name. Their starting cornerback got arrested last night for aggravated assault. 4 years.
Yeah, I read that on Twitter earlier.
It was a safety. My bad. I thought it was a cornerback. Vols safety Jalen McCallum is now arrested, so he is probably doubtful for this week. I don't know, man. Tennessee's got some money. They can probably pay for this to be thrown to next week. But, hey, missing your starting 4-year starter in the secondary, that's going to be a big thing against Alabama because Saban's going to exploit it, especially if Bryce Young is playing.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that definitely caused an issue for the Tennessee secondary for sure.
Prediction, go. 7.5. Does Tennessee cover? Does Bama cover? Bama straight money line or Tennessee money line? 7.5, baby.
Tennessee covers. Bama wins it.
Okay, so Tennessee covers at plus 7.5. I like that one. Look at you, my little gambling buddy. Okay, before we get to your Ole Miss one, let's get into the most shocking one of the weekend. Alabama A&M. Holy, that was a 24.5 points bet. Spread,
yes,
sorry.
The spread, yeah.
You had your starting quarterback, Max Johnson, who just can't catch a break.
No, he cannot.
Ruled out late Friday with a broken hand. From what I read, he was coming down, following through, smacking on someone's helmet. You put in Haynes King, the starter, the guy that started the season out for you. Started last year till he broke his leg. And everyone, I along with myself, was telling people, someone asked me, like, do you take Bama to cover? I was like, yes, you take Bama to cover. I said, why? Because who beat Alabama last year? They lost 2 games last year.
A&M and Georgia.
Revenge tour.
Yep.
What does Saban do the next year after beating a team? After a team beats them?
Usually beats the brakes off of them.
Yes. This year they struggled. And then the good God, the good Lord above us, God is looking down on Jimbo Fisher and says, hey, Jimbo, I know you're the overrated, overpaid coach in college football, but I'm going to help take some of that pressure off your back and give you a freebie play. You're down by 4. I'm going to give you a 1 play, Jim. Run a slant. Just run a slant. Run something. run an easy throw over the middle you can complete for a touchdown. It's there, I promise you. Jimbo says, don't worry, God, I got something for you. I'm going to run a corner. I'm sorry, it was an out. And just not even give one of the hardest play,
3-yard line.
one of the hardest throws, especially in goal line.
Yes.
Yeah, Jimbo. And then you know what Jimbo's comments after the game was? He goes, well, we had a backup quarterback in, and people are like, Jimbo, this is the guy that started the season out for you. You can't really say you had your second stringer was in when this.
Yeah.
When like 3 weeks ago. Jimbo, come on, man. Come on.
I will never be able to figure out what was going through his head whenever he called that out route. Okay, if you want to take a shot to the end zone, that's great. Do it, fine. If you catch it, great. If it don't, you gave it your best shot.
I'm telling you, if you do
the 3-yard line makes no sense at all.
If you do the standard new pick play, is you have two guys here, one goes, other one goes behind him with the slant. It's there.
Yes,
it's there every time as long as you don't get called for a pick.
Right.
R.I.P. man. Jimbo, you're an idiot. God gave you a shot to beat Saban twice in a row. Only one man's ever done that.
Yep.
He goes by Hugh Freeze.
And now he's in Virginia.
Lynchburg, Virginia, to be exact. Let's jump into your game now. Holy crap, Yelsky, how nervous were you? What was it, 20-10 at halftime? Yeah?
It was 2017 at halftime. We were down by 3. Which should never, ever happen to Vanderbilt. Yeah, I was nervous.
The spread was 16.5. And here I am watching like, oh my gosh, Vandy's somehow about to cover this.
Yeah. Well, not only were they about to cover, they're about to win it outright.
Man,
I was super nervous.
I don't blame you. I would definitely be nervous too. Like, y'all should have lost. Yeah, well, granted, y'all were getting some bad beats here and there, but let me tell you what, Vandy said, hey, no more of this crap of us being the underdog. This is our time. They balled out in the first half. Second half, they tried.
Praise the Lord for Jonathan Mingo.
But yeah, it's about time y'all finally passed the ball.
Yeah, no kidding.
Scary game. Y'all looked good. Your defense, granted, was Vandy that showed very they stepped up in the second half, shut down everything.
Yep.
You can tell Vandy is heading in the right direction though.
Yeah, Clarkley, I didn't think I would say this, but Clarkley, I think, is the right guy for that program.
Well, so James Franklin was the right guy for that program too.
Yeah, 100%.
Derek Mason was the right guy for the program. I love Derek Mason. It just ended in Clarkley is getting the talent there. Granted, he's rebuilding. It's going to take a bit, but he's starting to get guys who actually belong on the field in the SEC against other top SEC opponents.
AJ Swan, give him a couple of years. That dude's going to be a problem.
You know, I like their AJ Swan's good. I still like Mike Wright, the guy that started the season on for him at quarterback.
Yeah.
They said he was just too boomer bust for him. They didn't like that. He was too inconsistent.
Well, he actually came in a few times against Ole Miss.
Yeah, he looked pretty dang good. So just round it up. We got a couple big games this weekend. We actually have a top 5 game to start Saturday.
Yes, we do.
We have Michigan, Penn State. I think Penn State may pull it out.
Is that in?
It's in Ann Arbor.
It's in Ann Arbor. Okay. What's the line on that?
Give me. I don't have it pulled up. Give me 1 second. I'll pull these up here in a second. But Michigan, it's going to come down to your defenses. which is still shocking to say that Penn State's now a top 10 team in the country.
Yeah.
Y'all have Auburn this week. Y'all should take care of that one. You see Brian Harrison. Is it Harrison? Harrison? What is it? Harrison. The guy's not a bad coach. I just think he's in the wrong. He's just at the wrong school.
Yeah, I don't understand the fit at all there. Because if he was back in the Mountain West, he would be killing it.
Well, so he does have SEC. He does have Southeast ties. He was at A-State for a year. Let's see. Here we go. That game is actually Michigan minus 6.5. I actually may take Penn State to cover.
Yeah, I think
this is going to be the one true test. So the winner of this gets Ohio. So the winner of this game and the winner of basically it's going to come out whoever wins this game, and the winner of Ohio State and either Penn State or Michigan is going to go to win the SEC. Not the SEC, win the Big Ten. Another key games this weekend. We got Alabama, Tennessee. We've already set our picks on that one. I'm Tennessee money line. Starkey is Tennessee to cover the spread. You got an underrated one here. Oklahoma State and TCU. Oklahoma State scared a lot of people this weekend. It took a lot for them to put away Texas Tech. Right now, TCU is a favorite there. It's at TCU. I think I'm going to take Oklahoma State to win outright.
I'm going Oklahoma State just because right now I'm mad at TCU.
Why are you mad at TCU?
Because they beat Kansas. I wasn't ready for that to be over yet.
Oh, yeah, I meant to get into that one. Well, it's not their fault. They lost their boy.
Yeah, they did.
They lost Jalen Daniels. And let me tell you what, if you would have told me Jalen Daniels would go out in the first half and Kansas would still be in it, I would have said no, dude. And here's the thing, they were still putting up points left and right. So Kansas is doing something right. Lance Leopold will probably be on the next. Here's the thing, Kansas has the money to keep him there.
Yes. They do.
So that puts Kansas at 5-1. They have a tough. What'd you say?
Can we talk about that College Game Day for just a second? I'm convinced that Rob Riggle needs a weekly segment on the Pat McAfee show. Those two together
they were two best buddies.
They are amazing together.
I think anybody with Rob Riggle or anybody with Pat McAfee is a great combo.
That's very true.
So, right now, Kansas, they're heartbroken. They have to win one more game to get bowl eligible. They play Oklahoma, who got blown out.
Yes.
This was the worst Red River, not the Red River. Yeah, this was the first Red. This was the largest Red River. Try saying that 5 times fast. It was the largest Red River rivalry loss in over 100 years.
Yes,
49 points. So Oklahoma's on 3 straight losses now, I believe.
Yes.
They have a tough bounce back. It is 3 straight losses. You got to poor Brent. You're a great coach. Everybody's been warning you. Well, this is what everyone said you would be great at. It's time for you to man up here, get your boys in line, bounce back. But you're a 7.5 point favorite over Kansas.
Yeah.
Gonna be a tough game. You got your boy Dylan Gabriel back, former one-time Ole Miss Rebel, former one-time UCLA Bruin, former one-time pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
You know he's only 5'11".
That doesn't shock me.
I kind of thought he was like 6'1", 6'2". I think Kansas may win this weekend. I'm staying away from. If I'm gambling, I'm staying away from that one. Definitely would take the over 64.5.
Yeah, I was like the other on that.
And then we got Arkansas BYU this weekend. I'm scared.
Hogs. The Hogs versus the
Arkansas is a 3-point underdog in this. It's at 2:30, which I'm rather take that because BYU is scary good at night.
Yeah, they are.
They're wearing their powder blues this week. Now they're wearing BYU's going powder blue helmets with all white. So I think we have a good shot. KJ is supposed to be back. As long as we can run the ball, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about our secondary. Both teams have been riddled by the bug, so I think Arkansas will win this weekend. Fingers crossed.
Good luck.
Amen. And then we got another good SEC game this weekend. Kentucky State.
Yes.
That one. So Will Levis and them lost last weekend, but Will Levis did not play, battling a turf toe injury.
And there's no guarantee he's going to be back for the state game this weekend either.
Correct. And honestly, that is the only reason why they lost last week. This is Will Levis was not playing. Right now, State has opened as a touchdown favorite. It's in Kentucky. From what I have read so far, he is playing this week. Will Levis is playing this weekend.
I'm probably staying away from that one.
I definitely would.
I'm not even sure I'm comfortable making a prediction on that one.
I don't know. I think it's in Kentucky. It's a night game. If Will Levis plays, I think Kentucky wins.
That's fair.
He's still getting picks to go for. He's still getting people's votes to be the first quarterback taken.
Yeah, and I don't understand that at all.
I can see it. So, just because everyone wants that next Patty Mahomes, Josh Allen. The guy's built like Josh Allen, can throw it a country mile.
Yeah.
And he looks kind of like Josh Allen. But here's the funny thing. This guy couldn't even start over Sean Clifford in Penn State. And Sean Clifford's already getting taken out of games for the next 5-star at Penn State.
Yeah.
If Will Levis plays, Kentucky, I think Kentucky will win. If he does not, I'm taking State by 90.
Yeah. If Levis is out, it's going to be ugly quick.
Mike Norvell has here's one real fast. You know who's not getting enough love that I don't think a lot of people in the show probably don't care about? USC.
Yeah.
I've been high on the USC Trojans all year. This weekend they have a tough matchup against Utah. Right now they are a 3.5-point underdog. Let me tell you, folks, you want to make some cash? Take USC money line right now. Take it, lock it in. You're welcome. Let's jump into NFL. Let's jump into NFL real fast. Now we've already jumped into our teams because our teams played each other. We have one quarterback competition going on right now. Do we have another one going on in New England?
More than likely. Oh, no, that's not a competition. It's Bailey's nap time.
You're moving on from Mac Jones already?
It's Bailey's nap time, baby.
Mac Jones just led you to the playoffs last year.
He was keeping the Steve. He was keeping the position. He was on the position down.
Get out of here with that nonsense. Mac Jones
Bailey's
last year.
Is to Mac Jones what Tom Brady was to Drew
Bledsoe. So you're saying, I don't know about that, Mac. You just spent a first-round draft pick on Mac Jones. You're already going to move on from him after 1 year we took you to the playoffs? Get out of here with that nonsense. Granted, he did have a good start against no offense, Mitch, a terrible Detroit Lions defense, which they are the worst defense in the NFL. They don't have the GOAT, Micah Parsons. Sorry. anytime I can say Michael Parsons, no. This is not because it has nothing to do with us beating y'all. It's just because Michael Parsons is the best NFL defender of all time. And I was wrong on being pissed off when we drafted him.
Now, I can agree with you on that.
I mean, Patrick Surtain was the sexy pick, but he went up for us. We traded back. Yeah. Either way, I don't know. I think Mac Jones has it locked down. Now, if he comes back in and he struggles, don't be shocked. Can I just say, man, I am getting tired, so freaking tired of these Thursday night crap games.
Yes. I saw a tweet today. I don't remember
see
who
me.
it
I was
was.
like, smack. Like, what the crap is going on in Denver? Starkey, if I would have told you Jonathan Taylor's out, Naheem Hines is out after one drive or two. I think it was one drive.
I think it was one.
Your rookie left tackle has 7 penalties in the first half. You lose several players. Darius Leonard's not playing. And you're playing the Denver Broncos, who are fully healthy, besides just Javonte Williams. What would you have said the score for that game is going to be?
Broncos by 75?
I would have thought the same thing, too. Nope.
No.
No
Not even
touchdowns.
close.
12-9. Folks, I drafted Russell Wilson in every league because I was like, dude, he's got a better offensive line than what he's got. He's got, besides DK, he's got a better core.
Yeah.
DK is a god, as a wide receiver god, but you got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon,
and the better offensive line, like you just said.
Better offensive line, better defense to bail you out and stuff.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, you suck.
I don't know what's going on up there.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on there.
I saw a tweet today. I don't remember who said it. No, actually, it was Robert Griffin III. Tweeted that Amazon should give everyone a free month of Amazon Prime for having sat through that game.
And here's the thing. It's not that game. It's been every Thursday night game this year.
Yeah.
So that Russell Wilson.
That was just been the worst of the bad so far, I think.
Russell Wilson on Thursday night was 21 of 39, 274, 2 touchdowns, 4 carries for 22 yards and a fumble. He got me 10 points in one league. So far for the year, Russell Wilson is the 14th best quarterback in fantasy, which everyone had him being top 10, top 8, top 5. Some people did.
Yeah.
1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
Terrible.
It's freaking terrible. Let's jump into one thing that I don't think is getting enough love in the media. Let's jump into it. One more game before we get into the Grizzlies. The Falcons got screwed. No, and here's the thing: nobody's talking.
They did.
About that.
I'll laugh, but they really did.
If that was the Bills, and that was them, that was Von Miller sacking Lamar Jackson. That'd be on national TV on gosh darn day. If that was if that was the Ravens, same thing. If that was any other team besides the Falcons or like the Lions or anybody like that, that'd be on TV all gosh darn day.
Mm-hmm.
Roughing, listen, for y'all to know, what was the guy's name?
I honestly don't even know, if I'm being totally honest with you.
I literally had it written down, and then I can't read my own handwriting. So, Mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Game is on the line. Oh, here it is. Grady Jarrett. There it is. That's what it was. See, anyway, I just can't think of my own handwriting. Grady Jarrett sacked Tom Brady on a third down with enough. They're down by 5. Touchdown wins. What happens? Literally, I've done this hundreds of times in my life, tackling people or sacking the quarterback. I've done it all my
It was
life.
one of the easiest tackles I've ever seen.
That's how you're taught to tackle the quarterback.
Absolutely.
As a former pass rusher, that's how you're taught to tackle the quarterback.
It was textbook.
I mean, you slung him down, but it's not like you slung him down hard. You didn't do anything to hurt the quarterback. Tom's head didn't even hit the ground.
It's not that defender's fault that Tom Brady's 65 years old.
And here's the thing. I can't fault Tom Brady for trying to sell it because he knows he's going to get the call. You can't fault the guy. It's just the fact they called it. And, the NFL is going to give you some BS rule. And, well, this should have happened. We missed this one. Give the Falcons a win. They need it. Because you know what they did last night? They traded off one of their star defensive players. They said, you know what? It's time for us to rebuild.
Yep. And so it begins.
So because of that one, and here's the thing, Arthur Smith handled it the right way.
Yep, he did.
And he could have gone up there cussing things, saying things left and right. But he's like, man, I don't want to pay the NFL any more money than I'm going to have to.
Exactly. And I can't say I blame him.
You can't. But it's stupid. Like, come on, man. Like, don't do that to the Falcons. Granted, they don't have much going for them. But don't do it to the Falcons. So today, they made a trade today with the... Sorry, I'm trying to find it real fast. With the Cleveland Browns. They traded Deion Jones to the Cleveland Browns. They said, you know what? Hey, screw it. We're in rebuild mode. Speaking of rebuild mode, we had a coaching fire today.
Yes, we did. First
NFL one. Mr. Rule.
Matt Rule.
He's still getting paid $40 million from his contract.
Yeah, he was only in his third year of a 7-year contract. He's getting paid $10 million.
So no one knows what's
for however,
And he wasn't even that good of a college
for the remainder of his contract.
So he wasn't even that good of a college quarterback. No one knows what he's going to do next. A lot of people, he did interview for several jobs the past couple of years in the college ranks, but he decided, I want to stay in the NFL. Dude, you suck. You have McCaffrey. We wasted all those years. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially now they're going to be in rebuild mode. And I saw this afternoon when I was getting ready to leave work, the Bills have been in talks with the Panthers for Mr. CMC.
Really?
Yeah, they're taking a book out of the St. Louis Rams playbook, or LA Rams playbook, by the team.
To paraphrase Mr. Les Snead, forget them picks.
Well, here's the thing. They've been hitting on every pick they take either way.
Yeah.
Unlike y'all, they hit. Y'all just take other people's picks they hit on.
Kind of serene, didn't it?
Hey, one ring, and can't fault you there. My last ring was in 95. But so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. Trade deadline, you don't really see a lot of NFL trades during the season. You maybe have two or three.
Trade deadline is one of the quiet ones for sure.
It definitely sucks. I mean, the last biggest well-known one was the one that comes to mind the most for me was Trent Richardson getting traded to the Colts.
Yeah.
That's how hard it is to think about stuff. It rarely happens. It's going to be interesting what happens there. Oh yeah, and then I know you mentioned it right before the Giants. Holy crap, what's going on there?
I'm telling you, man, Brian Daboll might be coach of the year.
Mike McCarthy's coach of the year for winning with Cooper Rush.
You realize that Brian Daboll is winning with Daniel Jones, right?
Okay, is he really though, or is he winning with really Saquon and a decent
He's winning
defense?
they're winning in spite of Daniel Jones, which is even more impressive.
They have their third, fourth, and fifth string wide receivers now as their wide receiver ones.
Yes,
I'll give them that, but dude, Saquon being back, oh my gosh, he's carrying me in all my fantasy leagues.
yeah.
And I told myself I wasn't going to take him unless he fell to late second, and he fell to late second.
Yeah.
In every draft I was in, so we scooped him up. And now he's running back. He's the 9th overall best player in fantasy football this year so far.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, he stays healthy. It is a contract year, so we'll be interested to see what happens. Where does he go? Does he get traded? If you're the Giants and you know you don't want to pay him what he wants and he won't come down. If Buffalo calls you, do you make the move to try to get some picks?
You would about have to
lose him for nothing. Rather get something in return than lose him for nothing. Because from what I've read, he wants a fully guaranteed contract, kind of like Le'Veon Bell did.
Oof. I mean, like you said, though, taking your phrase, you can't fault the man because he's looking out for himself.
Hey, no, you can't. He's playing lights out. I was thinking the other day, I was like, what would happen if Saquon actually had like a legit he had Eli at the end of his career?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if he actually had like a legit quarterback? How much pressure that would take off him?
Oh, the sky would have been the limit for sure.
Listen, they've only lost one game this year. They're 4-1. Do not, folks, buy into the Daniel Jones hype. Yes, he's a great running quarterback. He can't throw to save his life.
No, he can't.
Folks, if you put a C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, Bryce Young with Saquon, oh my gosh, that's a scary combo.
Look out. Yes,
look out. That's kind of it NFL wise. Here's one more real fast. The Jets.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, yeah, Tua was out. Shocking. Whoa, Tua was out. And then you got Teddy Bridgewater.
A whole episode on the Tua situation.
Wait, and then you got Teddy Bridgewater gets knocked out, and you know for certain he ain't going back in.
No.
Yeah, so technically he passed concussion protocol, but they said, yeah, Teddy, you're sitting on the side. We don't need a recap of last week.
Exactly.
So you put Skylar Thompson in, but you just see the Jets just look so beautiful out there. Zach Wilson, baby.
The guy you've been high on since the preseason.
Hey, man. There's reasons why we've been high on him. Zach Wilson didn't look amazing, but he did everything right. You had Breece Hall showing why he was the number one fantasy quarterback taken, or rookie fantasy running back taken.
Yes. Shout out to Mr. Breece Hall.
97 receiving yards, 100 receiving yards on 2 targets, and 97 rushing yards. And that defense, you keep forgetting they have Quan Alexander and CJ Mosley there.
Yeah.
2 stud linebackers. See, the only reason why CJ Mosley's there because Baltimore didn't want to pay CJ the bag, and the Jets said, "Hey man, we'll pay you the bag." CJ said, "Okay, I'm fine with sucking for the bag." And then you got the the Jaguars got humbled this week, and just when we thought, okay, the Jags are the best team in the South, Houston ends up winning. Who the crap? I love this NFL season. Still so young, and I love it. I don't even know. Literally, there's only one clear-cut winner in the division right now, and that's the AFC North. AFC East. It's the Bills.
Yes.
As long as Tua is out, there is no competition for the Bills in the East. No. North still up for grabs. No. Lamar looked good this weekend, and he looked okay-ish this weekend. Tucker won it freaking again.
The GOAT.
He is the GOAT. Starkey, let's jump into our final segment tonight.
Let's do it.
Before we do that, we have an ad read.
Yeah, we do.
Playoff seasons are upon us in almost every sport. Getting there closer. MLB's going on. Soon we'll have NFL, MLB, NBA, sorry. And we also have NBA season. I don't want my house falling in on me while I'm watching the Grizzlies, watching John Moran do highlight reels.
No, not at all.
So
what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to give someone a call. Not Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I'm going to give Mitchell James.
Don't call Ghostbusters.
Mitchell James of Porch to Patio Home Inspections for all my home inspecting needs. When buying or getting ready to sell my house, to point out any flaws that I should be an eye of. Leaky roof, missing shingles, no water heater in a house. It's happened, folks. Mitch is the guy for you. Use him, love him. You won't go wrong with him. Use code BDL for a 15% discount because I can't go any higher on all home inspecting needs. Starkey,
Like the Grizzlies call 12, call Mitch.
Well, he was 6. You could say call 6, but then I don't want to give him in. I can't give him that little bit of discount. We gotta do 15. Gotta make it sound sexy. We got humbled on Friday night. Yeah, my Friday night got ruined until the Grizzlies lost in the preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no longer undefeated. Nikola Djokovic. Gosh, this is the reason why I wanted the Serbian. He's a shooter.
Yep.
Here's the thing, too. People don't really think of, you can't really name an entire Miami Heat roster, but kind of like the Grizzlies, they all buy in. They look for they look for the same thing in all their players. The Grizzlies like high IQ guys who can shoot the three and then get steals and blocks. That's the Grizzlies for you. The Heat are just guys that do everything beautiful.
Yeah.
So some takeaways from it. Duncan Robinson is back. Hopefully he doesn't get played off the court like he did in the playoffs. He's looking kind of. BC looked good. Vince Williams actually got us some small minutes. Hit a crucial 3. X actually played a lot. Tyus was just there to have fun. Z looked good. You got to see what your starting lineup is probably going to look like for the start of the season. And I'm going to say it in our little prompt we're going to next, but Santi, I'm all on board from it. Kleiman.
Yeah, I've got a bold prediction for Mr. Aldama.
So let's jump into it. So I asked Starkey, we were going to do it last week, but we got a little too distracted. We're going to run through everybody on the Grizzlies team and just kind of do a quick little recap of what we expect from them.
Yeah.
So going in alphabetical order, we're going to start with Steven Adams.
Okay. You went alphabetical. I went numerical.
Okay. So I'll give you mine. That way you can find Mr. Adams on yours. Adams, bodyguard. Protect 12.
Oh, I like it.
Listen, continue doing what you're doing. You're the veteran of this team. You and Danny Green. The players will listen to you. Set the pick. He knows what his job is. His job is to set screens, set picks, go to the basket, and get rebounds. Yep. And now he can hit occasional 3-pointers per Steven. Keep doing that, dude. I promise you, when you get Jaren back, the Twin Towers are back. What is yours?
So for the Aquaman, I've got continue to clear offensive boards, win tip-offs. Last season, I believe he was the best in the league in tip-off win percentage.
I believe he only lost 10 all year.
Yeah. This season, he's going to show why he got extended and why he was not trade bait.
Tell you, man, his main job is one thing, in my eyes: protect 12.
Yep.
Nobody's going to mess with him. With 12, you have Jason Momoa walking up behind you. The next one is Santi.
Okay.
My little. I feel like he's like the prodigal child just coming home. Sonny, my prediction for the year is first. I'm sorry. I thought you were a bust.
We both
I thought-
owe Santi an
I
apology.
think everybody in Grizzlies Nation owes you this. We didn't believe in you. I saw you play live in Memphis, in the South Haven Hustle numerous times last year. I was not impressed. Santi, your confidence is an all-time high. You know your role. On offense, 12 will find you.
Yes.
When Stephen Adams is setting the screens, going to the basket, make your three. Shoot it.
Yep.
Play good defense. Be a rim protector too. Switch on the high pick and rolls. Communicate. Buddy, hold down the fort until 13 gets back. If you can do this, Santi, the Grizzlies will go far. Because guess what? You have a mini Jared coming right off the bench. And this is what we wanted. We needed that stretch four. And from what it looks like in preseason, we have that.
Yeah.
Santi's going to take that leap and be that first-round draft pick that Kleiman saw. They all saw. To you, Kleiman, thank you. You've only missed on one move your whole time as GM. That was Justice Winslow.
Yes.
Being a Memphis Grizzly. What is yours?
So, I too had Santi obviously starting forward until Jared gets back. But here's my question / potential bold prediction. Is this the year the Grizzlies have back-to-back most improved players?
You think I'm going to give it to Santi?
If he keeps balling out, even coming off the bench, I think he could be in the mix for it.
Well, so if it's like how last year was, it's and like almost every award it's a name thing. Like Ja didn't really deserve most improved, but because he was the highest known player for it, he got it. Now, for me and the Grizzlies, yes, I would love to see Santi get it. I like your prediction there. I think Bane would be the one to get it next.
Okay.
But I do like it, though. Santi, you go from averaging, I think, 2 points career to averaging – he's going to get his shot to average 10 to 12, 15 points a game.
Yeah.
10 to 15 points a game. He's going to he's going to get at least 2 threes a game. And then, as you saw Friday night, he was hitting out, he was dunking it left and right. I mean, this is a 7-footer that literally did a reverse dunk that brought I watched that on Friday just to get myself hyped for Santi. Like, he literally did a reverse dunk that brought the entire Grizzlies team off the bench against the Suns. The game that you didn't go to last second.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah. But I think Sante's ceiling is very high, and he's getting there. Just like it's like, hey, we're getting better every year. That leads us to my next guy, Desmond Bane.
Yep. I'm thinking we might have the same prediction.
Keep on going, buddy. Yes, he struggled in the preseason, but guess what? It's the preseason. Even Peyton Manning looks rusty in it.
Yeah.
Shooters going to shoot. Bane, keep doing your thing. Keep making your threes. Here's the thing. If you actually watch him, he kind of reminds me of a Steph and Clay. Just seeing how much he runs around, gets himself open.
Yeah.
If he can take that next level step on offense and continue to work on his flutter game a little bit more and take that next step on defense, because here's the thing. If we keep dealing, I'm happy off the bench. If we don't, Bane, you're going to have to be our best perimeter defender. Yeah. Bane, he's got to step up defensively on the wings. Granted, he took that last year with DB out, but you could tell playing like Luka, he was getting bullied. DB wouldn't get bullied by Luka. You got the biggest biceps in the world. You're built like an NFL linebacker. Take that defensive approach. I think he will take that defensive approach. And I think Bane will be the most improved player in the NBA.
All right. I think this could be the year if everything that you just said comes true. If he improves on defense, if his 3-point shot stays how it has been, this is the year for all-star double deuce.
I mean, we had it last year, 3-point shooting contest, and he lost. But this year, I think he gets in. I like it. I love it. The next guy on the list, Justin Beam. 6'7" from Utah State. He literally fits the Grizzlies profile. 17 points a game, 1.6 steals a game, 0.5 block, and shot 46% from three. Justin Beam, we'll see you in South Haven, buddy.
Yeah, we'll be seeing him a lot in South Haven, I'm sure.
For the culture.
There it is.
We did Dylan Brooks last week, and Dylan, buy into the 6-man. You're good. Next guy on the list, Kennedy Chandler. We'll see you in South Haven.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing KC0 in South Haven a lot. I think he'll take this year.
He's number 1, actually.
Oh, he is 1?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought he was rocking number 0.
I think he changed.
Where was I going with that? I apologize, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
You're good. So this year, obviously, probably starting 1 in South Haven. 2, next year, I could see him going back and forth a lot between South Haven and Memphis. Hopefully, by the time Tyus' contract is over, Kennedy will have developed into the backup point guard.
Well, right now, my biggest thing is this guy can't make a 3 to save his life.
No.
He shot 38% at Tennessee. Dude, he sucks now. He can't. So, on Friday night, I was sitting there watching it. Zaire missed the shot. Kennedy, at literally 6 foot, ended up with the rebound, dribbled out, shot it. I was like, yes, for the tie. Yes.
Yeah.
Continue to just develop, dude. I mean, the Grizzlies literally made you the highest paid second-round draft pick. 4 years fully guaranteed. They believe in you. They see something in you. Everybody saw something in you. Learn from your big brother, Ja, who Ja's already taken him up. Ja already considers him his little brother. You're golden. You're fine. The next guy on the list is one of my favorites. Brandon Clark.
Yep.
My thing for Brandon, your extension is coming. We all kind of heard that on media day. He didn't say it, but he kind of gave you everything. That's like, okay, it's something's in the work and it's going to happen very soon. The deadline is coming up, and I know it is this month. I think it's 16th. I think. Yeah. Lock it in, BC. Do continue what you did last year. You know your role. You're the high energy, high big man off the bench. You're high flying. Play your role and lob it, and just throw up lobs to him. The second BC gets in trouble is when we start to make him a stretch 4. He's a 5 on offense and a 4 on defense. That is BC for you all day long.
All day. That's my biggest note on BC too, is just continue to thrive off the bench. That's really all we can ask. Like we said, hopefully we'll know something this week about his extension. Like you said, he knows his role really well. He's bought in to the system. Just continue to be that solid presence off the bench.
I agree with you. He's one of the best guys we got coming off the bench. He is. I made an argument. He is our 6th man. If you saw, he carried us in a bunch of playoff games last year.
Yep.
He's a high flyer. He's got the floater. The floater's going in 90% of the time. I'm one of the biggest BC fans. Brandon, if you're listening, probably not. I love the signed jersey. The next guy is Mr. Jacob Gilliard. Mr. Jacob Gilliard. You're 5'9". We will see you in South Haven. He's the reigning. He's actually the steals leader. He's the all-time steals leader in the NCAA. He is the A10 Defensive Player of the Year in 2020, second team in 19 and 21, third team All A10 in 2022. He's the MVP. His career, he's averaged 13 points, 3 steals, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and shot 36% from 3. Remember, folks, the Grizzlies' thing is what? Steals, blocks, 3-point shooting. Those are the 3 big keys they look for. The next guy on the list, Danny Green. This is an interesting one to me.
Yeah.
Mine is be the veteran.
That's mine.
These guys are going to look to you. Look at when we had Jay Crowder and Solomon Hill.
Yes.
Grant Solomon didn't play, but guess what? He was the guy on the bench when he came late. When he told him something, you know what they did? They went out and did it. Listened to him.
Yep.
Solomon's going to be a great coach one day.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Danny could be you're a world champion with the Spurs and the Raptors. He's a 2-time NBA championship. He knows champion. He knows what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. You're the oldest guy on this team. You're older than Steven Adams. Listen, mold these young guys. And hopefully we'll let it ride with him. He's you're gonna get out of Danny. You're gonna get hopefully he hasn't been a great 3-point shooter the past couple of years. Hopefully you're gonna get that from him. But here's the thing, you don't need him to be that knockdown guy he was in San Antonio and Toronto.
Right. No, you don't.
You just want him to just be Danny, be the veteran. What do you got for him?
That's all I've got too. Get healthy and be that veteran leader. That veteran leader that they need in the locker room, in practice. Be that assistant coach that they need. That player assistant coach they need.
Mm-hmm. The next guy on the list is my favorite, Tripp.
Yes.
You took the next step defensively. You were a All-NBA defensive team. Led the league in blocks. Here's the biggest thing, though. You stayed out of foul trouble. Keep it going once you get healthy and stay healthy. And take that next move off. You take that next level offensively. And here's the thing that pissed me off with Jared last year. There'd be times when you knew on off he'd be killing it defensively. But he gets in his head on offense too much. Stay out of your head. Stay out of your head. Yeah. Jaren is his own worst enemy on offense. There are times when Jaren has a mismatch and needs to be putting his head down, going to the basket. He has moves like a guard. And there's times Jaren should be shooting it from 3. If Jaren can learn to do that and be more consistent on offense and stay out of his head, we will go as far as 13. 13 and 12 will take us.
My biggest one for Tripp is to get healthy and stay healthy.
That is a big one. But here's the thing. Once he gets healthy, he's good for at least a year.
Yeah. So get healthy, come back, and just continue to contribute.
If he can just
that's all I've got for Tripp.
My thing with him is if he can take that next level offensively, you're golden. And that's going to make that 4 years, $120 million or 4 years, $100 million contract look like chump change.
Yeah.
The next one is Tyus. Be the defensive leader. I'm sorry, not be the defensive leader. Be the second team leader.
Yeah, the bench leader.
And then be prepared to step in. Ja has not played a full season in his career.
No.
Last year, Ja missed like 23 games, and we won a lot of them because of one person. 21 helped lead us.
Yep.
When we needed a knockdown 3, 21.
Yep.
He said he runs it. He runs the offense. He knows the offense like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
We kept him. He should have got NBA starter money, but he didn't. Keep him. Run it. Tyus, we love you. Do your thing. Conduct. Yeah. You're the conductor.
Oh, 100%. For mine, I've got one, but I'll go ahead and add a second one. Continue to stay the best backup point guard in the league. He is undeniably the best point guard too. Cannot be questioned. Continue to have the best assist to turnover ratio in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my expectation for Tyus, is to just keep trucking, do exactly what he's been since he's been a Grizzly.
The next one is Jitty. A lot of stuff going on for Jitty this offseason. Nike deal.
Mm-hmm.
Grizzlies gave him an extension.
Yep.
Traded Melton away. Let
Yep.
Al Anderson walk. You are the two guard. You are the starting two guard off the bench. 2-3.
Yep.
Listen, Jitty's the guy that's not going to blow you away in a stat sheet, but the ball finds him. Jitty,
He might have the biggest heart of anyone on the court.
just be Jitty. That's all we ask for. Just be Jitty.
I've got 2 words. New Melton.
Well, see, you don't need him to be, though, because here's the thing. Melton sucked when it mattered the most. In the playoffs, Melton didn't matter. Regular season, Melton was a beast.
Yeah.
Jitty, he's getting the Melton minutes, he's getting the Kyle minutes. Just be Jitty. There's a reason why this team is literally throwing you money. They see something in you more and more each time. He has a amazing stroke when he shoots it. His form is beautiful. He gets rebounds. He makes hustle plays. Just continue being Jitty. The next guy on the list is Jake LaRavia. Mine is, hey, shoot it. So that's my only thing, is just shoot it. Don't quit. He's going to get a lot of open shots on the wing and the perimeter. He will get what? John will get you wide open, or Tyus will. Just make it.
Yeah.
Just make it. The next one is Mr. Kenneth Lofton, your boy. For me, it's just lose some weight, get in NBA shape. The potential is condition. The potential is there for a next maybe baby Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
It's there. His offense.
Did you hear today in practice? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Today in practice, Steven Adams picked him up in celebration.
That's a big boy. They say he weighs 280.
Yeah. But apparently, Junior did something awesome. The Aquaman picked him up in celebration.
If he can just get in NBA shape, which he'll be a lot in South Haven, you're good.
Yeah.
You hit on an undrafted free agent there. The next one is 12. This one, just continue getting better.
Yeah, just continue to progress. Just grow.
In the words of 12 from rookie year, that fire, keep that fire in your eye.
Mm-hmm.
If he continues to play pissed off, Ja's taking that next level. Mainly, if Ja's mid-range is there, he's unguardable. I could care less about his three-point shooting. He did prove he could be a reliable three-point shooter, or respectable. Let's go with that. Respectable three-point shooter in the playoffs. He gets a mid-range shot, you can't guard him.
What are your thoughts on short-haired Ja being back?
I love it. I love it. Well, it's really not short. It's how he's really got it done, though. But I'm here for it. The next one, this is I think one of the toughest ones. Roddy.
Yeah.
Roddy, just be a spark, man. Listen, you excelled in the summer league when you started just playing your own ball, playing what you did at Colorado State. Do that here and you'll be fine. We don't need you. We do need you, but we don't need you dropping 30 points. We need a good 10, 12 points here and there, okay? Yeah. Be that spark off the bench. You're going to be asked to guard the 2 to the 4 in some lineups. You be like a PJ Tucker. Make your threes and do your little in-between-the-leg dunks that you do.
Yeah.
I think we hit there with that one. I hope so.
I hope so.
The next one is Killian Tilly. Tilly, we thank you. We salute you. Unfortunately, your time here in Memphis is up.
He's done. Good luck back in France.
Yeah, he'll bounce around. He'll be on a G League team somewhere. His potential is too good for somebody to let that walk. He'll be in the roster guy somewhere. So right now, you will be cutting him, Gilliard, Bean, and who's the other guy?
Hurt and McDermott.
No, so Killian Tilly will be getting cut. Justin Beam will be getting cut. Jacob Gilliard will be getting cut. Those are your three guys that will get you down to 15. You're at 18. 2 out of the 3 will be in South Haven.
Yeah.
Tilly will not. Tilly will get a look somewhere else. The next guy is Vince Williams. Or not Vince, Xavier Tillman. X, man, you proved in the South. You proved. I love X. He's the pros pro. Man, just be ready when your number's called.
Yeah, just
stay
have
ready.
That next man mentality. Stay ready.
Stay ready. Unfortunately, you're buried behind a lot of guys. You killed it your rookie year, fell off last year.
Yeah.
But hey, playoffs time, we said, hey, X, we need you out there. He balled out.
Yep.
He made the bet for a guy that hadn't played like in 2 or 3 weeks, was getting starting minutes in the playoffs in critical games. Just be ready, buddy. Your number's coming again. Vince Williams, hey man, just continue to work on it, dude. You're a 2-8, you're a sharpshooter, you're a 3-and-D guy. Continue to work on that.
Yeah.
Then the big one. I think this one has a lot to do with where we go next year. It's Z.
Yep.
The words of John Roser, Z season.
Not sure I'd get that far yet.
If Zaire can keep growing, he spent the whole offseason with Bane. If he can become a more consistent shooter and not get lost on defense, you definitely hit on that one.
Yeah.
And they've actually been running him a lot more at the 2 guard, which kind of worries me a little, but
yeah,
it's positionless basketball though, but yeah.
Yeah. For Z, that's what I've got is continue to take a step forward as a starting wing. Just continue to grow as a wing.
If he can be more reliable from shooting, just play his game and not get lost. What got him last year, not a lot, was he got lost on defense.
Yeah.
You have that, Z, you're golden. We're going far. I think that's going to wrap us up for the season. It's going to be a great season. We actually have Thursday night. I know we have a Friday night tip-off this year.
Yeah, we do.
Against the Knicks. One of our I'm sorry, it's a Wednesday night tip-off. I apologize. Starts on a Tuesday. We have Wednesday against the Knicks. Dub. Lock it in. Let's go.
It's practically here.
It's here. Basketball season's back. My favorite time of the year. Starkey, I think that's going to wrap us up for the night. Do you have any closing remarks? Anything we missed?
Want to give a quick shout out. It's hard for me to say this. Congrats on incredible careers to Albert Pujols, Yadier Molina, to St. Louis Cardinals legends. Their careers are officially over. Y'all hurt me a lot these last however long I've been in the league. But two of the best to ever do it, 2 first ballot Hall of Famers. Congrats on great careers, guys.
All I'm saying is we salute you for that. But hey, Albert, just imagine how many rings you could have won if you would have stayed in St. Louis. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Ring chaser. How'd that go for you? Oh, no, you didn't win one. Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll see you next week on another fabulous episode of Ball Don't Lie.
Ball Don't Lie.